Okay guys, so now we're back with the part 2. I'm gonna talk about my track Aika. I released this track on Uprise Music. So the purpose of the track was basically to mix the rap vibe with the Eurodance drop. So I had to go through a drop trap at the beginning. So I'm gonna play the track and see what's going on after.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She takes flavors. Who am I? You know she hooked on me. Who you not? Throw the book on me. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I did my time, they got me shook on me. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She takes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She takes flavors. Flavor, flavor. Who am I? I'm the greatest.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a deconstruction of the track with Aika, and we're gonna start with the basic elements, the drum. So same as Get Back, we have a kick and a snare. Really simple again, you know, nothing crazy about the rhythm. I have a snare, pretty long, and I have the rim trap that I have in the intro. So yeah, you see here there is -6 milliseconds. So I don't want to have a clap here, I just want to have a snare, but I also want to have some transient that is not perfect, you know. So I had to add this thing and to put it like this, but with the millisecond here, to make it sure it does the same effects as a clap, you know. So you're gonna see the difference when I play it with and without. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how to explain it perfectly, but it just sounds less perfect, and I don't know, it just gives a better groove, and it's beautiful to hear. So yeah, the drums is the foundation of the track, also with the 808. Where is the 808? It is here. Okay, I'm gonna play everything. Again, the pattern is really simple. You see the sidechain here. So when the kick here is playing, there's nothing here because there is some clash. If you like, if this is the beginning of the 808 and you're gonna play it, this is low end and the kick is also low end, so it doesn't work. They're gonna clash. So you have to kind of make the shape of the kick, but in reverse here. You see, like this, you go down like this, and here you go up. So yeah, kind of a crossfade here to make it sure the kick and the 808 is well mixed. And yeah, okay, so now we have the drums, the 808s. What we have next, we have the hats. Again, very simple. Then again, we have a different pattern of the hi-hats. This is one is really simple because, you know, there's the drums, and I don't want to have too much information at the beginning of the drop, because you have to make surprises. You have to make surprises all along in the drop. So everywhere, if you put all, like really all the elements at the beginning, you don't have nothing to add after. So this is why, like, the hi-hats is really simple here, and the pattern is different here, because the like music needs some change. There is a little percussion that you can't even hear in the track when you go to Spotify or YouTube and stuff. It's just to make sure it's not I love to make off-beat percussion, and this one is kind of off-beat, and you can hear it. It just, I mean, it's mixed between the 808 and the bass, so it kind of like make a new sound when you play the overall thing, and it also adds some groove. If you listen like this, you're gonna notice it. But it's mixed like minus 21 dB. Yeah. What we have here, snap. Oh yeah. Again, so this is like a variation, because I don't want to have the same snare everywhere in the drop. So I had to cut something here. I just removed the snares and I put some snap. Really simple again. It's not mixed. I mean, nothing on it. There's probably some low end. Not that much. It's perfect. So yeah. At this moment, like, the drop is really simple. You have the basic of the trap drop. So you have the bass, the hi-hat, the drums, the 808, and some chants that you can find here. Like, there's a chant and a siren, and here the chant. So you see, if you see the drop, there is like 4 bar. You have 2 and 2. So in this first one, you have the simple hat, nothing, the crash here is gonna happen. To the second one, what's gonna happen? The siren is gonna come. Also some other hats. I mean, it's not hats, actually it's rides. Then to the third one, what we're gonna have next, the chants. And then again to the 4 bar, the siren, but it's pitched down. So, you know, for the drop, this is pretty much for the trap drop. The thing is, now we have a different structure that I used to do. There is a build up, the drop, then again another build up, and then again another drop. So the thing with this is, I wanted to make sure that there is a progression, you know. So this is the first drop, the trap one, so it's maybe not the heaviest but the biggest one, and then it build again into another thing, and this is like the Eurodance part. I don't know if it's like Eurodance and stuff, but I like to use it as a name, like Eurodance. And yeah, I mean, this kind of structure is good when you play shows, because you can play the drop and then you can also play a different track here, and you can drop into another track, but you can also play the like 2 drops, this one and this one. And yeah, I find it interesting to make it on this track. So you have this part trap, and then it goes into this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so we're gonna see what's going on and if there's like any difference between the first drop and the second drop with the instruments. So what we can see first is it's the same drums as the trap one, so this one. But you can notice it's mixed differently. Because of the snare and the kick is playing together, you can hear less transient and hi-hat. You see the difference. Also, same thing for the fake clap. I just used the rim trap. Again, the same one as the trap one. What we have next. So yeah, we have the same elements for the drums here in the trap one and in the speed house, Eurodance, the fuck you wanna call this trap part. We have the same 808s again, but in a different shape. You see the sidechain again, like the fade out here. So it's round because there's the kick. So the 808 play, like the 808 plays between the kick every time. Bit of EQing. I just wanted to remove this because it sounds boxy. Yeah, again the same hats. For the transient of the transient of the kick, it's the same purpose as Get Back when you see the kick and the hats playing together. Why? Because they're missing transient in the kick. So I just find it interesting to put like the hats with the kick. And yeah, you have the rides. I don't know if it's like a ride or if it's like an open hats, but I don't know. It's this. Really simple. This is like a house pattern. So you have the open hats between kick and snares. You have the 808 between the kick and snares. Same. We have a 4/4 bar here with the drums. You have the white noise again. So you remember when I talked about pressure and drop in Get Back. So here is the same. If you have tension before, there is something to happen, like an explosion, something. And I find it really, I mean, it was fit in the mood. The white noise, they do something like kind of, it's the end of something, you know, like if it's like you, like a plane, you know, it's like the same thing. You can listen.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you remove this, it misses something. There's like the drops, there's the sub, the drums, the 808 and stuff, all the fuck you want to make it to make the drop. But if you don't have this, I don't know, but it feel empty.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's cool, but there's something missing, and this is the white noise. Look.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Again, this is really simple, so I don't put the white noise directly. It's kind of, I don't know, I like to make it at the snare every time. Get Back, remember, same thing. There's a crash here and another in the snare. And I don't know, it's just about the energy about the track. Boom, boom, ksh, boo. I don't know, it's just like simple and logical to put the white noise here rather than here, for example. Oh, come on. I mean, it doesn't sound good. You have the bass, and the bass by itself have to play by itself. And also you have this where is it? The FX. No, it's not the FX, it's here. So there's already something playing. So you don't have, like, you don't need white noise since there's an FX here. Kind of an explosion. This is the, how to say it? I mean, this is the logical thing about when there's something who's crash. I don't know, there's something after, and the after is white noise right now. So if you listen both. So yeah, into this part, I have the white noise who's coming up in the snare, and right before we have an FX, kind of a ball crashes. And the reason I didn't put the white noise at the beginning is because I already have this one and I can play this thing. It's gonna be too much because I wanted the bass to be in front at that moment and then go back like the normal bass volume. So yeah. Obviously you have the bass. So this is from Serum, and this is really simple actually. I just did the preset and then I took like this bass, I guess, and just, you know, did this. That's pretty much what I did. I used the frequency shifter to make it a bit more different, and that's pretty much. So if you remove the bass, we're gonna see what's up behind the track, and we're gonna tease a lot of things.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So same thing, you have the drums, 808, and you have this little bass right here from Spire. We don't have any low end. So when you have this, the purpose of this element was just to make it the rhythm more obvious. And there's like a question answer between the 808 and this bass. See, there's like a relation between those. So yeah, once you have this, I mean, if you remove the bass and if you remove this, you can see that it's really simple. You have the drums, you have the 808s, and you have this, the hi-hats and the FX, like the white noise and stuff. But that's pretty much. The bass by itself is gonna do everything. It's like a rapper. When you have a rapper on the track, the rapper is gonna do everything. It's not about the production or the beats. The bass is the same thing. You have to imagine the bass, if you do a drop, is like a rapper. They have to tell something, they have to tell a story. And same thing for the bass. Everything is gonna be around this, the bass. So you have to spend a lot of time creating new bass and finding new interesting sounds and make like unique and simple pattern too. So yeah, if you remove the bass, it's really simple. You have the basic thing of a track. I mean, yeah, a track in general. So for the second part of this drop, the bass is gonna modulate a bit. So it's a bit different, but see the difference without the bass. So, you know, I don't know if you remember, but I told you, you have something at every bar. You have to put an element every bar to make it sure something happens. Here is the same thing. So I just added some percussion. the pattern of the hi-hats is different. Because you have the simple one here. Then you have the faceplant lead, the one from, I don't know, there's the sonority of house people, like house producer used to use this sound, and I don't know, I just like it a lot, so I just put it everywhere on my track. With a bit of sidechain, you know, or LFO tools, or volume shaper. Yeah, so for the drop, that's pretty much for the deconstruction. Okay guys, so now we talked about the drop. We're gonna talk about the intro, and I'll show you how I made it.
Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She takes flavors. Who am I? You know she hooked on me. Who you not? Throw the book on me. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I did my time, they got me shook on me.
So we're gonna remove the vocal because this is the most important thing in the intro, and we're gonna see what's up behind. So as you notice, the intro here is Soundteams. So the reason why is because, again, this is like the, how to say, the project for mixing. So basically the intro was different, like it was a group with like a flute, a squeaky sound, and some drums or a guitar, I guess, I think, in a group. So if you listen to the intro, so this part, you're gonna see all the elements gonna be here for the intro. And the reason why is because it's easier when you want to mix something to have just one stem with the same, how to say, purpose, because it's the intro, so they need to fit somewhere, you know. So the intro is for the intro, so I'm gonna mix it for the intro, you know, because everything that's gonna be in this group, it's for the intro. So you see, again, for this, you don't have any low end at all here on all this part. Everything is gonna happen here, and also the vocalist, like the male vocalist, is gonna be here. So when you do this, you have to make sure the intro, like the melodic part, is not too loud, because the vocal needs to be the loudest, and you can have like two elements to be the loudest. It's like impossible. So yeah, you have the intro, the flute and stuff, and then you have the beat, like the basic trap beat. You have the basic drum here. There's also a chop vocal. And you can hear behind, you have the same 80s house sound that you have in the Eurodance part. The vocal chop. You have the build up. Yeah, so actually this is not a build up, but this is a part of the build up. And it's just some percussion, because when it's too perfect, it doesn't, I mean, it's not beautiful, you know. So if you remove this, it creates a different rhythm, and I don't know, it's just interesting. So you remember in the drop, it was the same thing. You have something to happen every bar. So here you have first the hi-hat roll. I don't know how to call it, but a lot of people use it and pitch it up to make the roll. But I find it interesting to make it to pitch it low. So I don't know, I just do this every time now in my track, and it's kind of like my signature. So I don't know, I find it really cool to play it like this. And some of the are just you know, pan it somewhere to the left or to the right. The hat's gonna play just to this part, to this bar, and after the other bar you're gonna have the chant. And right here, just to finish the bar, you have the 808. Basically it's just the same as this one with different notes. So yeah, you know, you see the beat is really easy. It's really simple. You have like a flute, the drums, some FX like chants and roll, and yeah, the vocal do the like 90% of the track. I mean, the intro. The vocal is gonna use it as a transition between the hip hop track and the break build up, because this is the only element that I want to keep, and I can keep like the drums forever, you know, since we're building up after.
Tiny got me shook on me. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She takes flavors. Who am I? You know she hooked on me. Who you not? Throw the book on me. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I did my time, got me shook on me. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid, bitch. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? She takes flavors. Who am I? I'm the greatest.
See, if you remove the vocal, you have a different melody with some war drums. I'm gonna tease a bit of the bass too. You have the horns to make it sure like this is the beginning of the build-up. So I use this one in the remix I did for Habstrakt, the one. So it's the same horns. You have the same ambience. I guess it's the vocal chop here. I'm using a lot of white noise in my tracks because I don't know, I like it interesting. I like it when the sound is pure, and white noise is pure. So this is the build-up. I find it interesting to play the 808 and to fade out after to make the build-up appear. So this is what I'm gonna sound like. For the build-up is the same thing as the other group. it's like a group with a lot of drums, a lot of snare, a lot of war drums and stuff. Once everything is mixed and grouped, I'm gonna export it and have it like this. So see, this is why the build-up have a bit of vocals and a bit of snares and a bit of war drums and stuff. So the clap is coming here, so something happens at the same time as the chant. And the new element that's dropping right now is the war horn from Kashmir. Kind of a siren, you know, who say, okay guys, you have to go now, like it's gonna be the drop, you know. You will see. Listen what the siren does. It's like telling the end of something. Like, okay, this is the end of the break. This is the end of the build-up. We're gonna drop. And this is the purpose of the horns right here in the track, in the build-up. You see, you see, this is really easy. I mean, in the build-up, everything is really simple. Like, I didn't add that much element. Everything is from either the drop or the intro, and it's just to make like the perfect mix between the rap music and the electronic music stuff. So yeah, the build-up right here is everything, and you know, that's pretty much, I guess. Yeah, that's it. We have a drum fill right here. So this one is entering into the build-up. You have also crashes. Where is the, yeah. You have snare, kick, and crash played at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty much for the build-up. Same for the drop and the intro. I think we're done. Yeah.